Hi there, Mindset Madness here, the best source of mindset, success, and growth related tips. As you know, Mindset Madness was created to motivate and help people on a daily basis and to give you the necessary know-how on how to become the best version of yourself. Today's video will dive deeper into one of the most important characteristic traits. Successful people all have one thing in common: they're confident. They know who they are, they're proud of what they do and have achieved, and they keep pushing to become an even better version of themselves. So if you're struggling with any of these, make sure to watch until the end to get the most effective ways to get rid of insecurities and be confident enough to face any situation. Of course, don't forget to subscribe and turn on our notifications if you don't want to miss out on any of our new uploads. And let us know what you think in the comment section. So let's go and discuss the 11 tricks to build unstoppable confidence. 1. Confront your fears. We're all born with fears. We have situations in which we don't feel comfortable, situations we'd rather avoid, and places we'd rather not go. But if we want to grow, that is exactly what we need to do. We need to confront what is holding us back, and even though it will be difficult at first, facing a situation you don't feel comfortable in will teach you so much more than avoiding it. Yes, you can live a life in which you feel safe and comfortable, but that life won't make you excited and it won't push you to always go further. If you truly want to be confident and reach success, then you need to step out of your comfort zone and grow. You might take a couple of hits, but every failure teaches you lessons that you can then use in future situations and actions. Your fears are what is holding you back. They represent the limits you are encountering, and once you confront them, you're unstoppable. You will be prepared for all new challenges coming your way, because you've overcome some of your biggest drawbacks and you've done it successfully. 2. Stop complaining. If we constantly focus on the negative things happening, then we stay in a negative mindset, and it's limiting us from reaching our goals. Negative thoughts can come from a number of situations and experiences, but the future fully depends on how you react to them. Don't feel sorry for yourself, but be happy you got to fail, because failing means that you're trying. You're working towards becoming a better version of yourself, and you're working towards smashing your goals and exceeding every objective you set out for yourself, and you should be happy about that. Even though negative things happen, it shouldn't define the course of your actions. Think about why things didn't go as planned and what you can learn from it. Define how you would do it differently in the future and how you can avoid it from happening again. But most of all, remind yourself that you're lucky to be alive, that you're breathing, that you're in great health and able to chase your dreams. Some people would sign immediately for what you would normally call a bad day. 3. Don't compare. We all compare ourselves to what we see or hear about online. We're constantly confronted with other people's successes and achievements that we often forget about our own goals. With the growth of social media, it has become so difficult to ignore what other people are doing. But remind yourself that what you see online, more often than not, does not represent reality. We talk about morning routines in one of our other videos, which we'll link in the description below, and we go over one of the most important facts, which is leaving your phone as is first thing in the morning. Don't check social media, don't read emails, and don't devote any time to anything else than your goals. Wake up, remind yourself of where you want to go, and define the steps you should take that day to get closer to them. Comparing ourselves to others comes in all shapes and sizes. We compare our physical appearance, our revenues, our belongings, our relationships, and forget that the only real person you should compare yourself to is your previous self. You can only improve if you understand where you are right now and compare it to where you want to go and what you want to achieve. Look at the person you were 2 years ago, or even 1 year ago. What changed? Are you happy about these changes, or do you feel that you could have done more? Analyze what worked for you and what didn't, and learn from it. But don't compare yourself to other people, because you will always find someone who's doing better than you. And even if you're the best at something, you'll only become more confident if you keep improving. 4. Surround yourself with positive people. Positivity is infectious, and we mean that in the best way possible. Unfortunately, so is negativity. You are the average of the people you surround yourself with. So it's important you prioritize a healthy and positive environment. If your social circle consists of confident people, you will automatically adopt some of their ways and doings, which will in turn make you a more confident person. You can learn from how people behave, how they hold themselves, how they act, and how they work. Look around, think about what you see, and be honest. Do you see people that lift you up, or do you see people that drag you down? It's difficult to realize that some people you're spending time with aren't actually part of your growth, and that continuing to invest time in them can actually hold you back. If these people aren't pushing you to be the best version of yourself and provide you with critical feedback and positive affirmations, it's perhaps time to rethink this relationship. Holding on to people that don't contribute to your well-being is only limiting your capabilities and will consequently restrict your success as well. Confidence initially means accepting who you are, and if a negative environment is making you unhappy and turns you into a negative person, you're not happy about who you are. And even if this isn't so clear for you yet, being unhappy means that you're not accepting your current situation. So look around, analyze what you see, and think about what is best for you and your future. 5. Practice gratitude. Studies have shown that investing just 5 minutes of your time every single day, practicing gratitude greatly improves your confidence. As you practice gratitude, you're going over everything good that happened to you, and you become aware of the present. Even though bad days happen to all of us, it gives us time to understand that a bad day doesn't define a bad week or month, and that being grateful for what we have in life also means being happy with where we currently are. As stated previously, being happy about our current position means that we're confident, and we're accepting of what we have and are. So take 5 minutes every night to list all the things you are thankful for. What is it that makes you happy? And what changed your life for the better in the last 24 hours? Or perhaps the last week? Focus on the good, and emphasize this so your mindset is conditioned to first think positively rather than negatively. 6. Work out and eat healthy. Multiple experiments and studies have shown that people who work out regularly and eat healthy have higher confidence. This can be explained by 2 factors. The first one, by taking care of your body will look better and you'll feel more confident about the way you look. On the other hand, exercise also boosts our happy hormones, and we get that feeling of instant gratification. We're also proving to ourselves that even though we might not be motivated at times, we push as we're following our workout routine, and we feel proud of the consistent work we put in. Small daily successes lead to big achievements. Nobody lost 10 kilos after working out for 1 week. It takes frequent actions that are repeated over a long period of time. 7. Analyze actions. So to make sure you're headed in the right direction, analyze the results of the actions you take. Every step you take should get you closer to your goal. And if it doesn't, you need to reevaluate and understand what you did wrong and how you can improve the process and increase the progress. Besides the 5 minutes you take every night to practice gratitude, take another 5 to go over your daily planning and assess whether it was efficient or not, and plan the next day accordingly. 10 minutes every night can easily visualize your goals and give you a great overview of what you need to do to get there, which in turn will make you gain confidence as you're successfully working towards them. However, don't get stuck in analysis paralysis. Don't overanalyze every action and avoid taking risks by not doing anything at all. Of course, avoiding risk is comfortable, but ask yourself, do you really learn from it? And are you growing from it? 8. Use goal visualization. We quickly mentioned it in our previous point, but goal visualization is a very powerful tool to realize them. If you constantly think of your goals as a reality, you're halfway there. You have to believe you can do it in order for you to work on them. Because why would you invest time in something that you believe is not possible? Remind yourself of how life would be if you were to make your dreams a reality. How would you feel and what would you do? That's pure motivation. You want to get there, so you put in the hard work. Visualize a situation before you get to it. If you're really looking up against having that talk with your boss, stipulating that you're not challenged enough at work anymore, or you want to have a raise because you deserve it, visualize it beforehand. And you'll feel more ready than ever when the time comes, because you've already gone through it so many times. Of course, the real situation often doesn't go as planned, but at least you'll be prepared for it. You've thought of possible outcomes and objections, and you know how to handle them, but don't focus on failure too much. Think about succeeding, because you get what you focus on. A confident mindset wins over an insecure one every single time. 9. Talk yourself out of negative self-talk. We too often focus on what we're doing wrong, how we messed up, and how we could have avoided failure, but we barely counter this with positive thoughts. We are our biggest critic, and we aren't holding back. But there's a difference between analyzing what could have been done better and simply putting yourself down. There's no reason to attack yourself and to make yourself feel bad simply because things didn't go as planned, so lift yourself up. Our words control our emotions, and if we talk negatively about and to ourselves, we won't feel confident either. So if you find yourself holding negative inner monologues, replace the criticism by positive thoughts, because if you're not your own biggest fan, why would anyone else be? 10. Define what holds you back. You cannot find a solution if you don't know what the problem is. You cannot work on your weaknesses and get rid of them if you don't know what they are. There's no point in working towards your goals if you aren't identifying what is limiting your capabilities. No one person solely consists of strong points. We all have our weaknesses, and it is our responsibility to work on them. Make sure we use them to the best of our abilities. You can't fully change yourself, but you can change the way you react to things. Imagine you're scared of public speaking, and you feel socially awkward talking to your colleagues. This is holding you back, on a daily basis even. So you avoid team meetings and buildings, you don't go to office parties, or even join them for lunch. And by doing so, you keep yourself away from learning situations. Everybody has their own story and abilities. Talking to others can give you great inspiration, motivation, and knowledge about their experiences and how they grew from them. So if you prevent yourself from joining these discussions, you also prevent yourself from taking part in them and sharing thoughts that could benefit you. Identify what is holding you back and tackle it. If it's a tough situation for you to confront, then take small steps. Do something every day that makes you feel uncomfortable and watch your confidence skyrocket. If you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, you'll learn from them and you'll be able to face your fears. Finally, 11. Look confident. Confidence is about how you feel, but also about how you look. So if you don't yet feel 100% confident about who you are, the dreams you're chasing, or perhaps just your social skills, then you can learn how to look the part before the mental confidence is built up, especially in an uncomfortable or unfamiliar situation. So use the following tricks to come across confident even when you aren't. First of all, stand up with a straight spine. Hold your shoulders back and maintain a strong posture. This isn't only good for your confidence, but also for your physical health. It allows better breathing and gives back support. Some people also use power poses. These poses have been proven to increase confidence. Practice some of these poses during an important call or before a big meeting to get that extra confidence boost right when you need it. The most popular poses are standing up and stretching your hands above your head, or putting your elbows on your hips. Less popular ones are standing with a wide stance, or keeping your hands crossed behind your head, standing or sitting. Secondly, while having a conversation, make sure to look into the other person's eyes when you're talking to them. Even though you feel a little bit uncomfortable at first, it shows great confidence if you don't look away all the time. You're not intimidated by the other person, and you're present, and you show that you're part of the conversation. Thirdly, don't be afraid of silence. Actions speak so much louder than words, and make sure not to talk just to say something. If you don't have anything to add, then simply don't. By doing so, you avoid unnecessary conversation and verbal nonsense, and you won't regret anything you say later on. Has it ever happened to you that you don't know what to say, so you just start talking about other people? Probably. And yes, we've all done it. But gossiping about others only shows that you are insecure. You feel the need to bring other people down to feel better. If you really don't know what to say to someone, then simply end the conversation. There's nothing more to be discussed, so why waste precious time that could be invested elsewhere?